How does water pollution affect our personal lives, as well as those of other living organisms that are dependent upon clean water? Planet Earth is 70% water. Water is our most precious commodity and is home for many living plants, creatures, and tiny prehistoric microbes. Chemically, water is a small molecule containing 2 hydrogen atoms chemically bonded to 1 oxygen. Water developed a unique structure with unique properties. It is essential for Earth's existence. Earth needs water to continue to keep living organisms growing and reproducing. The continuing pollution of our oceans, rivers, and lakes will inhibit the Earth's capability to rejuvenate its damaged areas. We are responsible for maintenance of the Earth, as well as providing for new growth and new life sources, but we forget that our care is necessary to protect our fresh water supply. Fresh water is limited. Polluting the rivers, lakes, streams, and ponds, we're harming the planet by hastening the depletion of vital living organisms and fresh drinking water. In certain areas of the world, clean drinking water has become a premium. To combat this problem, we must try to understand the life cycle of fresh water. Learning how to prevent or contain pollution of our rivers, lakes, streams, and ponds will maintain the natural order of survival for all living organisms, especially ours. In this podcast, we're going to be learning about sources of pollution, specifically the difference between point and non-point sources of pollution on our waterways. In general, pollution is any action that causes a substance to become unclean, dirty, or foul-smelling. For water pollution, there are 2 methods that exist: point and non-point sources. Point sources are pollutants that are discharged directly into our waterways. Think of this as dumping. We dump oil, we dump garbage right into the water. Non-point pollutants are delivered indirectly through environmental change. Non-point pollutants are caused by rainfall or snowmelt moving through the ground. As the runoff moves, it picks up and carries away natural and human-made pollutants, depositing them into lakes, rivers, and coastal waters. Even our underground sources of drinking water can be contaminated. Non-point sources are much less obvious than point sources of pollutants because these pollutants are the usable deposits of our daily living activities. For example, we wash our clothes, our cars, buildings, bodies, and food with detergents containing phosphate. Wastewater from laundry contains different kinds of phosphates, but only one kind of phosphate can alkalize the water system. Excessive use of chemicals, such as fertilizers that are designed to help increase plant growth, can also become pollutants. These excessive substances increase the growth of algae and aquatic plants in the waterways. The plants use up the dissolved oxygen in the water, and as they decay, they will clog the water pipes. They also block sunlight to other organisms that live deeper in the water. This is harmful to fish and other water organisms as it upsets the relationship they have with their aquatic environment. The natural needs to obtain dissolved oxygen for cellular respiration for an organism's production of life energy is curtailed. There are many sources of non-point pollutants. Agriculture, for example, is the leading source of pollutants to our nation's rivers and lakes. Another leading source is urban runoff. Because of impervious surfaces such as pavements and rooftops, a city block can generate 9 times more runoff than a woodland area of the same size. Other sources include automobiles, residential pollution, boating and marinas, construction, and industry. But what can we do about it? You can make a big difference. There are community activities you can start or join to fight pollution. If you want to help solve the problem, the first step is to become more informed. Select one source of non-point pollutant and investigate the causes and effects. Collect data related to your pollutant source and research what others are suggesting as solutions. There are a number of excellent research sites on the resource page to help you get started. You can present your findings as a presentation, webpage, or podcast and share it with the Where Does the Water Go schools. We look forward to hearing your ideas. Good luck!